Welcome to Nature's Odyssey, where we talk about everything outdoors. Today, we dive into the realm of hiking with a twist. We're counting down the top 10 hiking tips that even veteran hikers should know. These are not your average tips, but rather essential skills and items that can make your hiking experience safer, more efficient, and even more enjoyable. So buckle up as we begin our countdown with number 10. At number 10, we have incorporating Leki or trekking poles for stream crossings. Now let's talk about why these poles are a hiker's best friend when it comes to crossing streams. Streams can be tricky. They're often slippery, uneven, and unpredictable. That's where your Leki or trekking poles come in. These poles essentially become an extension of your arms, providing you with the much-needed balance and stability during your crossing. They also help you gauge the depth of the water and the stability of the rocks or the riverbed beneath. But it's not just about balance. Safety is paramount. Using these poles can help you avoid unfortunate mishaps like spraining an ankle or worse, getting swept away by a sudden current. So, next time you're out in the wild, make sure to have your Leki or trekking poles at hand, especially when you come across a stream. Remember, a little support goes a long way in keeping you safe. Coming in at number 9 is the tip to bring a mini fishing kit for emergency food. Now, why a mini fishing kit, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in the unpredictability of the great outdoors. Nature, as we know, can be both a friend and a foe. In times of dire need, a mini fishing kit can become your best friend. With the smallest of fishing hooks, a line, and a few sinkers, you can catch a meal from a nearby stream or lake. The beauty of this kit is in its compactness, easily fitting in your backpack without adding much weight. It's a survival tool that can provide you with a potential source of food when you least expect it. In the wilderness, it's always wise to be prepared for the unexpected. A mini fishing kit, your insurance against hunger. Tip number 8, pre-treat clothes with Permethrin for tick protection. Now this may not sound like your typical hiking tip, but trust me, it can make a world of difference. So, what is pre-treating? Well, it's a process of applying a protective substance to your clothes before you hit the trails. In this case, we're talking about Permethrin, a chemical used as an insect repellent and insecticide. This isn't just about comfort, it's about safety. Ticks can carry diseases like Lyme disease, and the best way to avoid them is to not get bitten in the first place. Permethrin helps with that. It's easy to use too. Simply spray it on your clothes and let them dry before wearing. And don't worry, once it's dry, Permethrin is safe to touch. It's a small step that can have a big impact on your hiking experience. Remember, ticks are no match for a well-prepared hiker. Number 7 on our countdown, carry a Mylar emergency blanket for shelter. This compact, lightweight marvel is more than just a shiny piece of fabric. It's a tool that can save your life. A Mylar emergency blanket, also known as a space blanket, was initially designed by NASA for space exploration but has found its way into our hiking backpacks, and for good reason. This blanket reflects up to 90% of your body heat back to you, making it an essential component in hypothermia prevention. But its uses don't stop there. The reflective surface can double as a signal mirror in case of an emergency, and it can even serve as a makeshift shelter when you're in a pinch. This versatile item weighs almost next to nothing and takes up minimal space in your pack, making it a no-brainer addition to your outdoor kit. An emergency blanket, your lightweight shield against the elements. At number 6, we have learn primitive fire starting techniques. Fire making is an essential skill in the wilderness, providing heat, light, and a way to cook food. One of the earliest techniques is the hand drill method, which involves spinning a stick against a fireboard to generate friction. It might take some practice, but it's a reliable technique when done right. Another method is the fire plow, where you carve a groove in the fireboard and rub the stick along it. This creates hot dust that can be coaxed into a flame. The bow drill technique, which uses a bow to spin the drill, is a bit more complex but generates more friction and thus more heat. Flint and steel is another ancient technique. Striking these two materials together creates sparks that can ignite tinder. It's simple, effective, and requires minimal resources. Remember, practice these methods in a safe environment before you need them in a survival situation. Master the spark, master survival. Coming in at number 5, carry a lightweight tarp for a versatile shelter. One of the most versatile items you can bring on your hiking adventures is a lightweight tarp. It's essentially a multi-purpose tool that doesn't take much space in your backpack, but can be a lifesaver when you need it the most. A tarp can serve as an emergency shelter, a ground sheet, a rain cover, or even a makeshift hammock. Imagine being out in the wilderness, the weather takes a sudden turn and you need to set up a quick shelter. With a tarp and a bit of ingenuity, you can create a haven to shield yourself from the elements. It's lightweight, easy to set up, and customizable to your surroundings. You can pitch it between two trees or use trekking poles for support. The key here is versatility. A tarp can adapt to your needs, providing valuable protection from rain, wind, or even the scorching sun. It's not just a piece of fabric. It's a tool for survival. A tarp, your adaptable home in the wilderness. Tip number 4. Invest in water purification tablets with UV treatment. Water is vital for survival, yet nature doesn't always provide it in its purest form. This is where water purification tablets come into play, turning murky water from questionable sources into a thirst-quenching lifesaver. These tablets are compact, lightweight, and easy to use. Just drop one into your water source and wait for the magic to happen. But here's the kicker. Combine these tablets with UV treatment and you've got a 1-2 punch against waterborne pathogens. UV light eliminates bacteria, viruses, and other harmful organisms, offering an added layer of protection. It's like having your very own water treatment facility right in your backpack. Not to mention, it's cost-effective and environmentally friendly. So whether you're on a mountain trek or navigating a desert landscape, these tablets with UV treatment are a must-have for any survivalist. Clean water, the lifeline you should never compromise on. At number 3, carry a mini sewing kit for gear repairs. In the realm of hiking and outdoor survival, the ability to mend your gear is a skill that's often overlooked but can prove to be a lifesaver. A mini sewing kit is a compact, lightweight addition to your pack that can make a world of difference when you're out in the wilderness. Imagine this. You're miles from the nearest town, and your trusty backpack rips, or a button pops off your jacket. With a mini sewing kit, you can quickly mend these issues and prevent them from becoming bigger problems. The kit doesn't need to be extravagant. A few needles, some strong thread, and maybe a couple of buttons are all you need. Remember, when you're out there in the wild, you're on your own. You can't rely on a quick trip to the store for a replacement. Having the ability to repair your gear is indispensable. A stitch in time saves 9. Number 2 on our countdown, practice stealth camping for solitude. Stealth camping, also known as wild camping, is an art in itself. It's the practice of setting up a camp in a concealed manner, ensuring minimal visibility from surrounding areas. In essence, you become a part of the wilderness, leaving no trace of your presence. This brings you closer to nature, providing an unparalleled level of solitude and tranquility. Stealth camping is not just about escaping from the noise of crowded campsites. It's about embracing the quiet rustle of leaves, the whispering wind, and the harmony of the wild. It's about respecting the environment, leaving it as you found it, untouched and unspoiled. As you master the art of stealth camping, you'll find that it enriches your outdoor experience by adding a new layer of adventure and solitude. It's more than just a camping technique, it's a way to connect with nature on a deeper level. Stealth camping, the art of solitude in the wild. And finally, at number 1, learn emergency navigation skills with natural indicators. In the grand tapestry of survival skills, few are as essential as navigation. It's the compass that guides us when we're lost, the beacon that brings us home. But what if your compass breaks or your GPS fails? That's when natural indicators become invaluable. The sun, for instance, always rises in the east and sets in the west. At night, the North Star or Polaris can guide you in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, the Southern Cross constellation is your celestial signpost. Moss on trees can also be a helpful sign, often growing on the northern side of trees in the northern hemisphere. But remember, these are general guidelines and exceptions do exist. Learning to read these natural signs can be a lifesaver. It's a skill that hones your connection to the world around you, making you not just a visitor, but a part of the wilderness itself. Navigate naturally, navigate with confidence. And that rounds up our top 10 hiking tips that every hiker should know. Remember, the more you know, the better your hiking experience will be. Thank you for joining us on this exhilarating journey through the great outdoors with Nature's Odyssey. We hope you've been inspired to embark on your own adventures and explore the wonders of nature. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content, expert tips, and unforgettable experiences in hiking, camping, backpacking, and outdoor exploration. Until next time, remember, adventure awaits, so seize the moment and let your outdoor odyssey begin. The best trail is the one you're on.